Hi guys, welcome to my podcast, my second video on this channel. This will be my first video of the year 2026. I don't really have any plans for this channel, and I'm pretty sure I have no views on my first video. But that was a time when I was trying to process my emotions and I wanted it somewhere out on the internet. Like, it just felt right. So I posted that YouTube video. I'm currently going through another set of emotions. Well, the first day of in-person classes was on the 20th, January 20th. And there's a specific class that has been triggering me. The top two podcasters I like listening to is Leo Skeppy, because the way he thinks and the way he talks and the way he goes about life and his emotions I resonate with, and that kind of motivates me and influences me to want to post how I feel even if no one watches this. It's so crazy how we can influence each other. You don't need to be an influencer to influence anyone. You can be a stranger, and if I pass by you, if there's something that catches my eye, you are already influencing me by existing. We influence each other just by existing. Isn't that crazy? Human beings are such interesting people, and I hope to understand them in this lifetime, because I'm trying to understand myself, and it's a very difficult task. Truly deeper diving into yourself, understanding how you come up in different situations, how you think in different situations, what your internal struggles are, what your triggers are. You don't know that. You truly don't know that until you actually go ride the roller coaster. As in, you actually are aware and conscious. I'm taking 4 classes this semester. It'll be my last semester of my college career. I was writing this in my journal. Let me read out loud. I go off on a tangent where I'm not very logical, but I think that's what journals are for. It doesn't have to be clear-cut structure like an essay. It's just I write down whatever I feel, and that can lead me to write off topic. But I wrote this today at 2:17 p.m. and before I read it, I've been really active. I've been actively journaling around January, and that shows that I'm kind of going through it, because I never write when there's good times. I only write when I have thoughts in my head and I need to put it on paper. This whole thing, this is how much I wrote for the month of January. It's quite a lot. Pretty thick. That's how much I wrote for the month of January. But now it's February. But let me read. I understand why people get depressed. It's easier to understand and empathize with people who are struggling when you are struggling as well. I don't fully understand why I am feeling this way. I know it's because of school and mind and body sensing things are changing. I started feeling sick again. I think it's because I went out on Saturday wearing no jacket in the cold. I wore a skirt. When I look at life, my mind can't help but use a negative lens. I think because I'm in a slump a bit. This school week is easy, so why am I dreading going to my classes? Not to the point I will face impending anxiety, not like my management class. I've been sensitive lately. So far, I've had 2 encounters where I think about traveling and it makes me sad. I want to travel and experience different places so much to the point I get emotional about it. Now that I am reaching an age where I need to take care of myself, I didn't realize how neglectful I was to my younger self. My early college years, I had the habit of not eating because it was more convenient. Now it's about me finding the time to eat, if I should cook/meal prep, finding recipes, cooking, etc. It's a lot more work than I thought. The time and effort it takes to take care of yourself. Going to the gym too. It's like I hit a switch. Lately, I feel college has served its purpose, and now I am ready to go on about my life. That's a change from how I felt in the past. I don't know how to fully explain how I've been feeling. I feel fine most moments, and then I come across a monk walking for peace, and I start getting emotional about life. Although I just started a new semester, I'm getting depressed over the idea of the repetition of it all. When I think about that, I think about reaching out to my friends to break the semblance of repeating the movement of life. But if I'm being honest, my friendships has been lacking in the fulfillment area. It's due to our life changing. We are going through our own shit. I dislike school right now because of what I've been feeling. All I want is internal peace, but it requires quite a bit of work. I think that's the overall theme that I've been feeling today. Each day is a different story. Each day is a different reason or thought that I have, but it all comes down to the trigger, I feel. And the trigger is being seen. And I don't know why being seen is so hard for me. I'm gonna shower, but I'll continue this podcast after I shower. I'm gonna bask in more music, shower, feel better, and talk to you guys soon. Okay, some time has passed. I showered, I kind of did my hair. When I filmed that clip earlier, it was a moment when I was feeling the emotions. Now it's calmed down, but I'm pretty sure it hasn't fully gone away. You know, when you're going through something, you can't explain why you're going through it. I'm fairly logical. I think my actions are based on my logic rather than following my emotions and my heart. I feel like I'm a very contradictory person. There's a lot of dichotomy with me, and it makes me frustrated because I don't know what to lean on, what side to lean on the most. There's a lot of things I want to figure out about myself, and I'm the type of person that wants to know the answers right away, and unfortunately in life that's not how it goes. I need to figure out as I go. I'm dealing with a lot of emotions right now, and I recently had a trigger. Like I said, my trigger is being seen, especially in a school setting. To give you guys a backstory, I did not enjoy my high school experience. I went to a magnet school that was focused on the medical field, and then when I entered college, I decided my major should be psychology. And I knew I didn't really want to be in the medical field after the experience I had in high school, because the high school that I went to was very rigorous. It required a lot of hard work, a lot of studying. It kind of was a dip in the foot for those who wanted to be in the medical field. It's so crazy to me to think how people's lives and how they experience their life, their influence them and shape them into who they are today, and it's constantly happening to each and every one of us. Going back to the high school, all I really knew, I was very secluded in my little bubble. All I knew was just school. I would eat, my dad would pick me up, my dad would buy me food. My friendships were very tight-knit. I have one best friend whom I met in middle school. It used to be the four of us, and now there's one best friend that I'm fairly close with, but now that I'm a senior in college, we're still close, but things are changing. Now I'm at the stage where I'm just reflecting in the past and seeing how much I've changed. I was trying to give you guys context, and now I'm like going on a tangent. Let's just say high school was kind of changed me. I felt the pressure. I was very isolated. I hated my life. I was depressed. It was my lowest point ever. But I was at my lowest point, I think, sophomore, junior, senior year. And I liked college because the setting in the classroom was a bigger classroom. I was stepping into a world of freedom. I went through a lot, 8 hours a day in high school, feeling the way that I did for 3 years. Constantly, it does something to your body. You feel anxiety, depression for 3 years, for 8 hours a day, and then you step into college. It's like a whole new world. Now that I'm a senior, my classes are smaller. Because my classes are smaller, I'm more visible. This management strategy class that I'm taking right now, the first day he was like, so what does strategy mean to you guys? And he basically started that class right from the get-go, cold calling people, being like, what does strategy mean? And thankfully he didn't call on me, but eventually towards the end of the class he called on me, but I was able to answer. End of story. I'm kind of fast forwarding the story. And then we meet once a week, so last week was my second day of class with him, and he picked on me, and I, like, not even before he even picked on me, 5 minutes, I came to class early. I sat down. 5 minutes in, waiting for everyone to come in, for my professor to come in, I already wanted to leave. My body was telling me, like, no. Like, I decided right then and there, 5 minutes in, I'm not showing up to class again. Like, I can't do this. This is, like, this energy's not it. If you're a college student, you will understand this, is when you go into a classroom, you can tell what the energy will be like and what the class will be like depending on the students there. There was a few that were conversational, active, but overall the vibe was not my type of vibe. It was very silent. I'm pretty sure everyone was in their own, like, doing their own thing in their own head, and I was definitely in my fucking own head. But then I was dealing with a back and forth of, if I don't go to this class anymore, if I decide not to go to this class anymore, am I doing myself a disservice by not putting myself out there? Because you know that fucking saying, growth is being uncomfortable, or you should do it uncomfortable. You should do it despite your fear. And a part of me knew that it would be healthy for me to keep going to this class, but just recently I decided that I don't want to go to this class. Right now I'm dealing with the guilt of not wanting to go to that class, despite knowing that it'll benefit me in the long run. I feel like life can be very complex like that. That whole thing caused me to start looking into therapy again. That was last Wednesday, and now I'm still feeling the emotions. The emotions aren't as strong anymore. Let's say the emotion that I felt after going to that class was at a 9. It comes in waves. Well, talking about it right now is making me feel at an 8 right now. Like, not even 2 hours ago, an hour ago, I was at a 5. I've just been, like, so sensitive lately. I know I think too much. His video, I watched it. He posted it yesterday. It was, I drank and got a bag, and in this video he said that he feels things on a deeper level. He moves about his life and he sees the world differently from other people. And when he said that, I felt, I kind of resonated with it. I gained confidence compared to my freshman year of college. I know that I definitely improved, but when I get triggered by being seen, it's like I'm taking 5 steps backwards and I'm going back to the old Catherine, the less confident Catherine. Then I question if I actually grew as a person. Like, that's how overthinking gets to you. To be confident, I should just outrightly say, no, I did grow, I did change, and I know that I did. But a part of me can't accept that, because I hope there's a piece of you that you see within me that resonates with you. Same way that when there's a piece of someone else that I see, I'm like, no, I get you. So there's so much that's going in my head. I'm dealing with friendships right now. Like, where am I in my friendships? I'm dealing with graduating college, entering my post-grad. But the thing is, I'm not even scared. I'm not really scared about it. I'm kind of taking it slow. I'm not even trying to rush into getting a job, because I feel like once I get a job, it'll tie me down. When all I really want to do, my soul, is make videos and edit and travel. When I went to Vietnam this past winter in Seoul, Korea, it kind of really opened my eyes and opened my heart. It made me realize how important it is to travel and immerse yourself in different environments, because all I've known is here in Texas with my little routine, with going to college, with going to school, and I'm just craving something more, and I feel there is something more out there for me, and that's how I've been feeling for the past months. And just recently after my trip, I have the itch to travel. I have the itch to visit my family, and my values kind of changed. In the past, my values was to get a good job, and now it still is to get a good job, but it's not really my priority. When you're in your 20s, they say you should use your 20s to travel. But then in my head, I'm like, if I get a job, that's gonna tie me down, and then I won't be able to travel. That's why I'm not in a rush to get a job. But you need to have money to travel. Thank you for watching. I just want to close this video off saying how important it is to be grateful, have gratitude every day, because even though I'm struggling. I've been struggling the past week, or ever since school started, to be honest. Knowing that you are living a good life. You do have food on your table. I'm in my room, in the comfort of my room. Today, I was able to do what I wanted to do and have that freedom, despite knowing that I'm kind of down in the dumps. Namaste. Love you guys. See you guys whenever I see you guys. Bye.